Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be revisiting the Lancome Teint Idol Foundation. So I tried this in my last video and I did not like this foundation nearly as much as I thought I was going to. I was very surprised at how much I disliked the foundation on my face, but I told y'all in that video that maybe it was just my skin, my allergies were acting up, maybe my skin was just too dry. I wasn't sure if it was my skin or if it was just the foundation not working with my skin like the way it normally would. So I decided to give it another try today. So I do already have it on. So I'm going to take y'all back and give y'all my second impressions of this foundation, let you know how I feel about it compared to the first time. And even though it's only been 2 times that I've had this foundation on now, I think I have enough experience wearing it to where I can give y'all my final conclusions on this and let y'all know my overall thoughts. So y'all will see that at the end of the video. So before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is SonyaNicole. Please make sure you subscribe while you're here today and let me know in the comments when you subscribe, because I love to meet y'all, and I definitely just want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel because you would really be helping me out. And of course, for those of you who are returning and you're already subscribed to the channel, y'all already know how I feel about y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming back. Thank you as always for your continued support. Okay y'all, let's jump right into the video. So if you didn't see my first video where I tried this out for the first time, I'll link it so you can watch it. You should definitely watch that video first and then come back to this one. So I'm basically going to apply it the same way that I did the first time around. At first I was thinking like, let me try it with a primer, maybe try to blend it with a sponge instead of a brush. But I feel like I really want to try it again the first time around to see if maybe like my skin was the issue as opposed to like something going on with the foundation. So I'm gonna go in like with my regular application process. So I'm wearing the shade 455 Suede C, and I did notice in the first video that I think I got a pretty good shade match. To me it looks like it's gonna be too light, but the first time I tried this foundation out, this shade just blended right into my skin. And my skin is basically prepped the same way that it was the first time that I tried this. I guess the only difference is I did put on like a little bit more of my moisturizer because I felt like my skin was kind of dry the first time that I tried this foundation out. And see, I feel like already it looks better. Yeah, I do still feel like the coverage isn't what I thought it was going to be, because I felt like the first time that I tried this, I was expecting more coverage. So even though I'm okay with this level of coverage, I do kind of think that for me to have used like 2 full pumps on this side of my face, I was expecting like everything to be covered up. So that's the only thing about this foundation so far, is that it's not giving me as much coverage as I was expecting, but I do like the coverage, so I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna go in on the other side, and I know I'm blending over here, but I keep looking at this side of my face. I think the foundation is laying a lot better on my face today. Just like generally speaking, I feel like my makeup is already looking better than it did the last time I tried this foundation out. Okay, so like I said, I'm okay with the level of coverage that I'm getting, but I am going to go in with 1 more pump on each side. I'll do one side of my face first because I want to see if I get better results with being able to build this up to full coverage. So let me know what y'all think, but I don't think that I'm getting full coverage from this foundation because I can still see some like scarring and stuff peeking through, and this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. So I'm going to go in with 1 more pump. I'm just going to do one side so that we can compare, you know, side by side. And I do always concentrate most of my foundation like right up in this area. This is where I have all of that scarring on my face, so I always concentrate most of the product right here, and then I'll blend out the residual everywhere else. This foundation smells very like makeup-y, like not like a chemical smell, but it has like a distinct like makeup-y, foundation-y smell. I don't remember that from the last time I used it. I don't remember smelling anything at all, but remember in that last video I told y'all that my allergies were acting up. I was kind of stuffy, so maybe that's why I didn't smell it last time. It's like really distinct today though. Okay, so this is 3 pumps of the foundation over here, and over here this is 2 pumps. So I do think I'm getting more coverage over here, but I just still feel like it's like really high, like medium coverage to me. And I think that I put on more than enough to have been able to like cover everything up. But I think it is buildable, but I don't think it's supposed to be buildable. It's just supposed to be a full coverage foundation. I don't think that this is full coverage, because I feel like I shouldn't be seeing anything after putting on 3 full pumps of the foundation. I'm going to put another pump over here just so that both sides of my face are even. I am definitely liking the foundation better though today than I was liking it the last time that I put it on. So I am already convinced that it was some issue with my skin the last time I tried this. I stumbled across one of my videos from 2018. It was like when I was relatively new on YouTube, and it was just like a typical like makeup tutorial. In that video I was just like, I'll link it if y'all want to, you know, give yourselves a good laugh, but I was like, what am I doing? Like, I was just not good at makeup back then. So if you watch any of my old videos, just keep that in mind. I was, you know, not as good as I am now, and I still don't think I'm all that great, but you know. All right, so y'all know that I usually don't like trying out a new foundation and a new concealer at the same time, but since this is my second time trying out this foundation, I am going to try a new concealer too. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer, and looking at it in the bottle, like, I don't know how this is going to work out because it looks like the foundation is lighter than the concealer, so we'll see. But I definitely want to try this out. I've been really wanting to try this since I got it. I just haven't had the opportunity. So let me show y'all the doe foot. I really like this doe foot. It's nice and big. Oh, that's a nice color. And this foundation, you see the color of this in the bottle? I feel like it blends out darker. It doesn't oxidize, but it just gets darker when you blend it out on your skin. That's something else that I noticed last time, and I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video. I'm not going to talk too much about this concealer today because that's not really the focus of this video. We're more so focusing on the foundation. So I'll definitely make sure that I give you like a more thorough update on whether or not I like this concealer when I do like my haul update video. But I do really like the color of it. I can tell y'all that right off the bat. And I'm going to go in with a second layer. I am putting on a little bit more. I really like the consistency of this. It's nice and thick and creamy. Okay, so I normally let my second layer of concealer sit in the concealer on my mouth, around my mouth rather. I usually let those sit while I do my brows. I did already have my brows done because I did a Zoom meeting this morning. So whenever I do a Zoom meeting, I just do my brows really quickly and throw on some lip gloss and call it a day. I just didn't feel like redoing them. So I did let the concealer sit for a minute. Now I'm just blending everything out. This concealer is nice, but I feel like I could probably go up a shade. But this is a good color. It's more of like a skin tone color for me. Not a whole lot of brightening effect with this particular shade, but so far I do like it. But like I said, I'll give y'all like a full update when I do the haul update video. And then I'm just gonna go back over everything with a sponge, just to smooth everything out, make sure everything is nice and blended. Get rid of any harsh lines that I may have. Okay, and then I'm going to set everything. I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar setting powder for my under eye, and hopefully this powder will add a little bit of brightness to my under eye area. This foundation, this concealer, it's not bad, but it's just not quite as brightening as some of the other concealers that I've tried lately. So I'm a little torn about what to do about setting this foundation, because the last time that I tried it, I set the rest of my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. I feel like this is drying down to a really nice powdery matte finish, to the point where I feel like I don't need to set it. To me, it looks like I set it with this powder already. So I think I'm going to not set it today. Yeah, I think it's like a nice finish the way that it is. And I know like not setting the foundation may alter like how it wears. But to me, I feel like if I put powder on this, it's just going to look too matte, too powdery, because it already looks like when I say a powdery finish, it doesn't look bad, but it just looks like adding more powder is just going to make it too powdery. So I think I'm going to leave it like this for now. So I'm going to quickly do my eyeshadow. I'm just going to do a simple look, and then I'll be back to show y'all how my cheek products are working with this foundation. Okay, my eyes are partially done. I used the Butter London Teddy Boy palette today. Let me show y'all what the actual colors look like. This is the palette that I have on my eyes for today. So we're gonna move back to the face so I can show y'all how the rest of my like cheek products are working with this foundation. So I'm gonna go in with my regular stuff. This is the Charlotte Tilbury matte bronzer in the shade 3 Tan. So looking at my foundation so far, I definitely like it better than the first time that I wore it. But I feel like I can already tell that this isn't going to be like a go-to foundation for me. It's just not, it's not supposed to be like a powdery matte finish, because I did look that up online. It's supposed to be more of like a natural matte finish. And it doesn't look like overly powdery, but it does look a little more powdery than I would like, just a little more matte than I would like, I think. And I've been more into like more natural, more hydrating finishes lately, and this one is just coming off just a bit too powdery for me. Like, it's nice, it's definitely nicer than the first time that I tried it out. So I am now convinced that, you know, my skin was just acting up the first time that I used it, but I just feel like I have other foundations that I've been liking better. And a lot of y'all know that I usually don't test out a whole lot of complexion products, a whole lot of foundations and concealers, because I always have issues with finding shades that work for me. But I've been trying a lot of foundations out lately, like a lot for me, and there are a few others that I like the finish of them. I like it better than this one. But it's nice though. Ooh. It's nice, but you know, I can tell this isn't going to be one that I'm grabbing very often. Lately I've been using a NYX blush, but today I'm going to go in with my Note Cosmetics blush. This is in the shade Desert Rose. This is what I used to use like all the time before I started like venturing out, but I am very familiar with this blush. I just haven't used it in a while, I don't think. So speaking of blushes, I couldn't resist. I did order some more stuff from Rare Beauty, and I know that you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing Rare Beauty videos in your feed, but I'll be adding another one to your feed probably next week. One of the products that I decided to try was one of the liquid blushes from that brand. So I just really like the foundation and the concealer, so I decided to try other stuff from the brand. For my highlighter, so this is not like my everyday highlighter. It used to be back in the day, but I haven't used this in a very long time. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Double Gleam, and if you've been with my channel from the very beginning, you used to see me use this all the time. I just haven't used it in a while, so I'm just going to put some of that right on the high points of the cheek. And I know I've said in my last like handful of videos that I apply a lot less highlighter nowadays than I used to like back in the day. Like, I don't even bother putting highlighter in the center of my nose anymore. I just feel like I like more of a subtle highlighter look these days. I'm going to set my face with the Fenty Hydrating. No, this isn't hydrating. It's called the Fenty, what is this called? The Fenty Makeup Refreshing Spray. So I feel like whenever I use this spray, I put on a lot more than I need. And I do that because I just love the sprayer like on this bottle. It's just like so refreshing to spray your face with this stuff. So in the first video where I tried out the Lancome foundation for the first time, I set my face with this. Actually, let me shake it up so y'all can see. This is what it looks like when you shake it up. So I set my face with this because I felt like I needed something to give my face like some glow. I was feeling like my face just looked kind of dull. I think it looks a lot better today. I know I just said that a couple minutes ago, but that's why I decided to go in with the Fenty spray, because this is more of like an everyday spray for me, and it doesn't really add any type of glow to your face like this one adds an actual glow, and you can see that in the bottle. But I wanted to see what the foundation would look like without adding any type of like glow or luminosity, and I still think my makeup looks a lot better than it did the first time that I tried this makeup on. So I think the foundation looks really good with my regular Fenty spray. Alright, I'm gonna do my usual eyeliner and mascara off camera, the Hank & Henry eyeliner and the Essence mascara, so I'll be right back after I put these on. Okay, eyes are done. Let's finish everything up with some lips, and I'm gonna try something. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so if I don't like it, I'll take it off and do something else. But let's finish everything off with the lips. I'm gonna start off with the Steve Laurant lip liner in the shade Vogue. So that's what this color looks like, and I'm gonna put a pretty good amount of this on, especially on like the outer corners of my lips. Okay, I put a pretty good amount of that on, and I'm gonna try a lipstick that I haven't touched in like forever. This is Maybelline's Bold Lipstick in the color Gone Greige. So it's like a pinkish, like grayish shade. So I can't remember like how I felt about this lipstick when I tried it last, but I think it'll tie in nicely with some of the colors that I have on my eyes. I have a mix of grays and browns and a little bit of silvers on my eyes today. So that's why I want to try this, but if I don't like it, I'll switch over to something else. So I'm going to put this primarily in the center of my lips. I'm not good at like ombre lips, so yeah, we'll see how this works out. And I think I was planning on doing a matte lip, but I feel like I need to go over this with some gloss. I don't want like a super glossy look, but to me that my lips just look kind of dry. So let me go over it with, I'm just going to use my Essence gloss. It's just a really clear, transparent gloss. Yeah, that looks better already. This is what the gloss looks like. It's just a very clear gloss. I think this is what I used on my lips in my last video. Okay, so here's my finished look for today, and I think the verdict is in on this Lancome foundation. I think it's nice. I think it's a really nice matte finish for people who like matte. I think the finish is more matte than it claims to be. I like my makeup today, but I still am not as impressed with this foundation as I thought I was going to be. It's not going to be one that I'm going to pick up very often. I just feel like my face just looks a little more matte than I would like, and I've just been more into like natural hydrating looking foundations lately. But you know, this is nice, don't get me wrong, just not going to be one of my favorite foundations. So I'm glad that I got this on sale, because I have a feeling I'm going to put it up and it's just going to stay up there for a while. But let me know what y'all think about the makeup. Do y'all agree? Do y'all like it? How does it compare to some of the other foundations that I've been trying out lately? Let me know what y'all think. So I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video today. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you head out today, and I hope to see y'all back here for my next video. Until then, take care. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.